Hello science enthusiasts. Today we're going on an adventure into the world of physics. Physics? Isn't that just a bunch of hard math and weird symbols? Well, yes and no. Physics is the science of everything. It's the rule book for the entire universe. It explains why a ball falls down instead of up. It explains why the sun shines so brightly in the sky. It explains how your phone can talk to a satellite way out in space. Learning physics isn't just for scientists in white lab coats. It's for everyone who's ever wondered how or why. It's the key to understanding the cosmos. Think about your daily life. When you ride a bicycle, you're using balance. When you ride a bicycle, you're using friction. When you ride a bicycle, you're using momentum. That's physics. When you cook food in a microwave, you're using electromagnetic waves. That's physics too. Even listening to music involves sound waves traveling through air to your ears. Physics is everywhere, woven into the fabric of our reality. Every great journey begins with a single step, and your journey into physics is no different. The secret to not feeling overwhelmed is to start with the absolute basics. You wouldn't try to build the roof of a house before you've laid the foundation, right? The same idea applies here. The foundation of physics is built on a few core concepts. We're talking about things like motion, forces, and energy. These are the big ideas that everything else is built upon. Don't worry about quantum mechanics or the theory of relativity just yet. We'll get to the super flashy stuff later. For now, focus on understanding what happens when you push a box or throw a ball. Think of these fundamental concepts as your first set of building blocks. You need to get really familiar with them. Learn the language of physics. What is velocity? What is acceleration? What is a force? Spend time with these simple ideas until they feel like old friends. It's much better to have a rock-solid understanding of one or two basic principles than a shaky grasp of 10 complicated ones. Once you have your foundation firmly in place, it's time to start building upwards. Learning physics is like constructing a skyscraper. Each new concept is a floor that rests on the floors below. You can't put the 10th floor on if the 9th isn't there. The 9th needs the 8th. And so on, down to the solid ground. This is a cumulative subject. Everything you learn connects to what came before. Sounds intimidating? Great news. It's actually fantastic. Your knowledge will become stronger and more connected over time. You've mastered the basics of motion, forces, energy. What's the next logical floor? Study how energy changes form. Chemical energy in a battery becomes light energy in a flashlight. That's the law of conservation of energy. Next, build a floor on momentum. To build your physics skyscraper, you're going to need a good set of tools. Your two most important tools will be a well-written textbook, high-quality science videos. These two resources work together perfectly to give you a complete learning experience. Think of your textbook as the official blueprint for your skyscraper. It provides the detailed, structured, and accurate information you need. Theories presents the equations, gives you the formal definitions. It's your reliable source of truth that you can always return to when you need to be sure about a specific detail or formula. When you're choosing a textbook, look for one that explains concepts clearly and provides lots of examples. Don't just read the words on the page passively, engage with the text. If the textbook is the blueprint, then videos are the friendly construction foreman who walks you through the blueprint and shows you how it works in practice. YouTube, Khan Academy, and various educational websites, a good video can bring a static diagram in a book to life. It can use animations to show you exactly how forces interact. So, reading about physics and watching videos about physics is a great start, but honestly, it's only half the battle. To truly learn physics, you must do physics. That means solving problems. Lots and lots of problems. This is the single most important part of your learning journey. Solving problems builds your knowledge. Think of it like learning to play a musical instrument. You can read all the books about music theory and watch countless videos of expert musicians playing, but you will never learn to play the guitar yourself until you actually pick it up and start practicing the chords. Problem solving in physics is your practice. Each problem is like a small piece of music. At first it might seem awkward and difficult. You might hit a few wrong notes, but with each attempt your fingers, or in this case your brain, get more familiar with the patterns, and the process becomes smoother and more intuitive. When you start a new problem, don't just jump straight to the equations. Section 6. Don't be shy, ask all the questions. As you journey deeper into the world of physics, you are absolutely 100% guaranteed to have questions. This is not a sign of weakness, it is a sign that you are thinking. Curiosity is the engine of science, and questions are its fuel. Never ever be afraid to ask a question, no matter how silly or simple you think it might be. Often, the simplest questions lead to the most profound discoveries. Why is the sky blue? Why do things fall down? These are questions a child might ask. They are also gateways to deep and fascinating areas of physics. Light scattering gravity. When a question pops into your head, don't ignore it. Write it down. This is an important habit to develop. Keep a dedicated question journal in your notebook. Section 7. Team up. The power of study groups and online friends. Learning physics can sometimes feel like a solo mission, but it doesn't have to be. Team up with other people. Form a study group with classmates. Join an online community of physics learners. Working with others gives you different perspectives. Someone else might explain it in a way that makes it click. Multiple brains on the same problem. Study groups are fantastic. Find classmates who are serious about learning. Set a regular time to meet. Work on homework problems together. If you can't meet in person, the internet is your friend. Online forums and communities for physics. Reddit, r/Ask Physics. Physics Stack Exchange, post your questions, answers from students, answers from teachers, answers from professional physicists. These communities are supportive. Section 8, quiz yourself. Are you getting it? You've read the textbook, watched the videos, solved the problems, and discussed the concepts with your study group. Now, how do you know if you're really truly getting it? The best way to find out is to test yourself. Regular self-quizzing is a crucial part of the learning blueprint. It's like a quality control check for your brain. It helps you identify what you know well and what you still need to work on. This isn't about getting a grade, it's about getting an honest assessment of your own understanding so you can direct your study efforts more effectively. There are many ways to quiz yourself. Most textbooks have review questions or practice tests at the end of each chapter. Do them. But don't do them with the book open right next to you. Try to answer the questions from memory first, as if you were in a real test situation. This practice, known as retrieval practice, is incredibly effective for strengthening your memory. After you've tried your best, then you can check your answers. Section 9. Stay curious, keep exploring, and have fun. We've reached the final and perhaps most important part of our blueprint, your attitude. Learning physics, or any science, is a journey, not a destination. The goal isn't just to pass a class or memorize equations. The real goal is to cultivate a lifelong sense of wonder and curiosity about the universe. The laws of physics are not just boring rules in a book. They are the elegant principles that govern the dance of galaxies, the glow of stars, and the very atoms that make you who you are. Keep that sense of awe alive. Let your curiosity be your guide. Connect classroom lessons to the world outside. When you see a rainbow, don't just see a pretty arc of colors. Think about refraction and dispersion through water droplets. When you play a game of catch, think about the parabolic trajectory of the ball under gravity. See physics in action all around you. It makes the subject come alive. Science rules.